Hello everyone, this is DJ Dimaliuat and welcome to Project Six Figures. And for today, we have a very special guest, si Richard Carvajal. And he's the author of The Millennial and also the CEO of Philgems Realty. Yan, so napakagaling na to na resource speaker, especially in terms of real estate. So if you're really interested in real estate, so watch out. Ayan. And again, if you're watching this for the first time, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this to your friends. Don't forget to like this video as well. So I think si Richard, kasama ko siya sa isang organization na we've met in Rebap Global City, diba? Because we're both in real estate broker and in the property field. But I think it's best if he will be the one to share with you his background and what he does. So go ahead, Richard, share it with us.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa lahat ng viewers. And congratulations, DJ, dito sa Project
Thank you.
Six Figures mo and more power. So, ayun, as introduced by DJ, my name is Richard Carvajal. I am currently the Chief Executive Officer of Philgems Realty Corp. I founded this company together with my business partner, and I am also a book author and a resource speaker. So I do various speaking engagement, talks, locally and international.
Wow.
The main goal is really to help people be able to invest well at ma-maximize nila yung mga investments nila.
Galing.
I am an advocate of education, so I always promote learning everywhere I go, and every time I do talks, talagang education driven, knowledge driven talk siya. So yeah, and more of me. Ayun, so currently yun yung ginagawa ko. So
okay.
technically I have 3 jobs. I run the company, I am a speaker, and I am an author.
Author din. And also you teach ngayon real estate.
So 4.
Apat na. Oh.
Yes.
Ang galing, grabe. But mainly it revolves around the real estate field. Tama?
More on investment field in general.
Investment field in general. So nagkataon lang property, syempre doon ginagawa. So sige,
yes, that's the specialization.
The specialization. How long did you start in real estate? Diba? And then how did you find yourself in this industry? I'm sure wala pa namang BS real estate before, diba? So paano ka napasok dito?
So, right now it's been I'm quite new compared to other practitioners. So 8 years lang, 8 years
nice.
pa lang ako sa real estate. Yes, because other experts are like 20 years in the real estate.
Sila yun,
and they have encountered this recession before or crisis. Tayo first encounter natin sa ganito.
Yeah, ako din.
But starting with real estate, I never started with real estate talaga. I was a corporate HR practitioner in hotel chain.
Ang layo,
So I worked in the hotel in the US, and then I went back home and then worked in the hotel here for around 2 years. And then from there I parang na-bored ako, and parang naisip ko na, I think there is more than sitting in these 4 corners of the office. Kasi nasa basement yung office namin nun. Basement 3. So you don't see. So papasok ka, walang araw, and then uuwi ka, wala na rin yung araw. Madilim na rin. So parang, and then there was no window. So parang from 8 to 6 p.m. or 8 to 7 p.m. pag may OT. Talagang, and then parang one day, parang na-realize ko na, siguro naman, this is not, I think life is more than doing this. Don't get me wrong, for people who works in corporate. There's nothing wrong working in corporate. I just felt that there was a certain calling na to do something more. And then eventually, parang I was seeing some of my friends who were like parang having coffee at 1 in the afternoon and posting it in Facebook. How could they have coffee at 1 in the afternoon? Sa kasagsagan ng kabisihad ko sa office work. Yeah, tapos sabi, oh no, cause we're in real estate, so we're always in
Yeah.
restaurants, or always in we're always outside. Sabi ko,
Okay,
oh, it
okay.
looks fun, and then you get to dressed up properly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they are very prim and proper, and they said na parang so they earn big money, so parang I was
yeah.
asking, how much is the commission? Ganyan. It's around 3 to 5%. 3 to 5% of this amount.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's like
Oo.
that's what I make in,
In a year,
in
probably.
hindi naman kasi medyo good paying. Yun na
Okay.
nga I was in the corporate, so medyo good paying. I parang good paying position for a fresh
Okay.
grad during that
Okay.
time. So I was kinda ahead of the other fresh grad. Yun na nga. So parang when I quit, parang the people in my office or the HR, parang they were asking then na parang, why, it's so hard to get this position and
Yeah.
not a lot of fresh grad would get this range of salary,
Yeah.
and then you will resign to become a real estate agent or to
Yeah.
become an agent. Kasi,
Yeah.
of course, parang working in a multinational company, for example, there is a certain prestige that you were
Yeah.
able to get the position. Pero para sa akin kasi, parang talagang siguro the millennial in me was really looking for something
Yeah.
else. So maybe
Tama.
during that time, partly it wasn't about the money,
Yeah.
'di ba?
Okay.
So parang it was to fulfill. Sabi ko lang sa sarili ko na parang I was that was way back. I think I was 21 years old. 22 years old when I resigned from the
Okay.
corporate. Tapos
Batang bata.
Oo. So sabi ko, I will try out of the corporate as early as now. So if I fail outside, I
Yeah.
could go back to
Okay.
corporate.
Yeah.
At
Ang
least
galing
I
nun.
tried. Kasi nakita ko yung mga employees who were retiring at 60, and then during exit interview, kasi I was with HR
Oh,
din. So
yeah.
during exit interview, I was so ano na po plan nyo? And they were like, oh, we're trying out business. Para naisip ko,
Ganun
business
din.
at age, alam mo yan, kung doon rin pala tayo hahantong, then
Tama.
might as well
Tama.
try it now. So that's what I did. So I resigned,
Wow.
I tried it real estate thinking na it was an easy job. Tapos hindi pala.
But
Ang
it's
ano
not, yeah.
pala, ang hirap. So parang I was thinking na, okay, I'm going to real estate. I don't have my boss, 'di ba? Finally, I don't need an alarm clock.
Yeah.
I can work anytime I want. It was all wrong. Kasi when I went to real estate, your boss are your demanding clients was
Yeah.
demanding sa boss mo. You have to work on weekends. You don't
Yeah.
know when's the next holiday. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can relate with all these
Yes.
things.
Pareho tayo.
Your alarm is as early as your client's demand, and
Yeah.
akala mo walang overtime, pero sometimes a client would message at 10 in the evening, or
Yeah.
and all these things. Tapos then I realized na parang okay, maybe I was wrong thinking na it was an easier job.
Okay.
It is as challenging as the corporate job,
That's
ba?
true.
Pero parang and I wasn't selling, I wasn't producing, like
Okay.
just like any other people venturing into new things. You don't get success at the
Immediately, no?
for
Oo.
immediately, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So parang talagang even though I was trying hard, I was working hard, I was wondering kung why I wasn't selling
Okay.
talaga. And there were times na parang alam mo yung parang almost 6 months na from
Mm.
from job, and then wala ka pa ring sale, and then 3 months lang yung 'di ba?
Allowance.
Yung allowance.
Oo.
3 months lang yung marker. And then parang it was really questioning na I should have listened to the advice of the older generation not to
Okay.
do
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not to do that. But then there was the other part of me na parang kung kaya nung iba, kung kaya nung mga top seller, ano meron sa kanila
Tama.
na
Mm-mm.
wala sa akin. And sometimes you'll feel then na I think I personally, sorry pero para personally sometimes I look at the person parang siguro I have more skills than that person, pero that person is selling, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just take it in a good
Tama.
way.
Tama. The
Parang
competitive
ganon.
person in you, di ba? May ganun
Yes.
eh. Yeah.
Oh, and sometimes parang meron din yung parang na parang okay, he did not graduate yet, he's selling millions. I
Okay.
graduated, and
Yeah.
these things, all of these things, yan yung mga kumbaga yung kinapitan ko all
Tama.
of these
Tama. That help you
reasons.
para hindi mag-quit.
Mm. So
Okay.
it means it's not impossible to do
Okay.
this thing. kasi normal people can do it eh. So
Ang
parang
galing.
uh so after nun parang sabi ko, okay, I think I know what's wrong. Aside from I'm young, it's hard to, you know, it's hard to get people's trust about investments at that age. So parang after nun, sabi ko, sige, I think I'll study every single thing I could study about
Okay.
real estate. Kasi honestly, wala naman talaga akong background.
Yeah. Tama.
And
HR eh.
'di ba, walang HR eh. And
Yeah.
then sa hotels pa. So, and then after yun, it took a while. So I studied, and then I instead of going to clients and selling real estate, I was like calling clients and telling them, okay, do you have time for coffee? I would like to present a certain real estate project. But pero more of this, I would like to ask for a generous time, and I hope you can mentor me and share your experiences,
Okay.
how to become rich or how to afford real estate at,
Okay.
at that level. And then parang it became more of developing relationship
Wow.
with
Ang galing.
clients instead of selling to
Pushing.
them,
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of pushing. And then eventually it just came lang talaga na, yeah, I was producing na, and I was learning a lot, and I started enjoying work.
Okay.
And yun, so that's how I started with real
Ang
estate.
ganda. I mean,
Medyo mahabang kwento.
ang ganda eh. I'm sure, kasi you're a speaker and I can relate na if you really want to share that story, that success story, hindi siya lahat rosy eh. I like what you
Ah,
shared na there was really struggle. No? You really went through that struggle. At least to show na hindi porke, alam mo yon, probably nag-aral ka pa abroad, ganyan, may pinag-aralan, magaling si Richard, kaya siya successful. I like your story na you struggled, you even took 6 months, walang benta, tama ba?
yes,
6 months, di ba, na walang benta. Ako 3.5 months before I
Pero
made my
sabi
first.
nila, ano eh, 'di ba, sa sales, ice break is the hardest.
Oo,
Yun yung
totoo.
icebreaker sa amin nila.
Yeah, totoo,
Sunod-sunod.
totoo. Ayun,
Ah,
di ba, kumbaga, and you shared already that you hang on to a lot of different things na iniisip mo. That's why it made you not quit. Kasi people would ask and I'm sure a lot of people probably, some people who are watching, they're trying out something new today, or they would want to think or to try something new na hindi nila, wala silang background, katulad mo, HR ka, tapos napunta sa
yes,
real estate, hindi pa nga
exactly.
engineer or architect, di ba? So,
Oo,
totally different
talagang
field.
malayo.
Oo, but siguro na
Mm.
ano ka lang, na-inspire ka lang dun sa mga kaibigan mo, you really hang on to, dapat tatanong
Yes.
ko dapat baka anong reason ba't ka nag-hang on, pero kinuwento mo na yun nga,
Ah,
challenge mo yung sarili mo, there's a certain pride na kung kaya nila, kaya ko din, ganyan. But is
mm.
there a bigger vision for you? Yes, alam ko, sabi mo, it's not about the money, but it's about the lifestyle probably. But is there a bigger vision for you na humatak na, okay, kahit nahirapan ako ngayon, this is the life that I want for myself? Na probably, bukod dun sa mga sinabi mo kanina, ito yung nag-hang on sa'yo.
Yes, of course. Kasi parang ano eh, yun nga 'di ba, parang I was meeting clients and then asking them, para I was looking up to them eh. Aside,
Okay,
'di ba, parang I was just selling it. These people are inspiration to me. Like
okay.
how do you own an empire, or how do you build a
Yeah.
business, where you started. And when you listen to their stories, parang a certain part of you, you would feel na parang, okay, kung nasan ako ngayon, andun din sila. And they would even tell you na, Richard, believe me, or Richard, trust me, you're
Wow.
ahead compared when I was, ano, during my age,
Starting, yeah.
when I was starting at that age. Pero parang ako, parang I'm not feeling it.
Hindi
Kasi
ka
parang,
naniniwala,
I'm
no?
hindi ako naniniwala. Parang, wala na akong panggas. And, I need
That's
to,
true.
I need to earn, kasi coming from a stable salary, 'di ba? Coming from a stable salary and you're
Mm.
earning this much. So, yun nga, medyo good pay naman yung pinanggalingan ko. So I was able to buy a car at an
Yeah.
early age. Kaya lang hindi pa tapos yung amortization.
Mm.
And then nag-resign ako, and then unstable yung salary ng real estate. And then commission takes some time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
of course, the goal here is, the short-term goal is to survive on your
yeah.
current basic
That's
needs.
true.
'Di ba? Yun yung short-term goal. Pero the long-term goal is you wanna build an empire out of this. Kasi total gagawin mo na, you wanna do it the best ability you can. Parang
Tama.
never ko siya naisip na, okay, this is a sideline
Tama.
or,
I like that.
parang the only way to do things is, to do it the best
Karirin,
you
yeah.
can. Kasi if you fail, just in case you fail, hindi talaga para sa'yo, wala kang pagsisisi, Pero if
Yeah.
hindi mo ginawa yung best mo, magsisisi ka talaga na parang,
Tama.
I did not try my best kasi kaya hindi ako naging successful
Yeah,
at this.
yeah. I
So,
like
hindi
it.
siya valid reason, di ba?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think what I can really see is your mentality, 'di ba? Because people who are successful talaga have that kind of mentality na hindi to try lang, na okay lang mag-fail kasi maliit lang naman yung tinaya ko, parang ganun eh. But
Totoo.
really, 'di ba? You even resigned and malaking sweldo yung iniwanan mo. That's a good potential career for
Malaki for
probably
that age siya.
for that age. Yeah, of
For
course.
that age, tsaka fresh.
Tama naman 'yon, 'di ba? For that
Mm.
age, malaki siya. And yun nga, sabi mo nga, may mga probably for some people they would say hindi siya responsible decision kasi may mga binabayaran and
Hindi
everything. But
talaga. Even like, for example, yung parents mo na parang,
oo,
okay, pinag-aral kita pag-aahente lang pala gusto mo.
yeah.
Alam mo yun,
May ganyan
ganyan.
ka, ganyan ba, nagkaroon ka ba ng ganong experience from your parents?
A lot. Oh, yes. And even like parang you'll even hear na sayang pinag-aralan mo, mag-aahente ka lang pala or
Oh,
para
I'm sure
and
a lot of people can relate. I'm sure a lot of
mm,
people can relate. Yeah. But as I always say, they discourage us or they discourage you not because they don't love you. In fact, they really care. However, they did not see what you saw. 'Di ba?
yes.
So anong nakita mo? Anong nakita mo? Let's bring to that conversation.
Yung sinabi mo kanina I like what you were saying Yung para kasing it's more of there is a difference between a self-worth and a net worth So
Okay.
people would like to, or older generation would typically like for you to get a good work for your net
Okay.
worth, 'di ba? To
Okay.
increase your
Yeah.
net worth. Millennials would like to increase their self-worth.
Yeah.
So it's more of really like doing a job, for example, na if you don't feel na you're not contributing significance to the country or to the economy, parang hindi fulfilling yung
Yeah.
job Siguro ako talaga, it's really like the purpose of what I'm doing here. So I think it's really self-worth There are certain people na parang, which is more important, self-worth or net worth? Like, for example, a lot of people, let's say, for example, Manny Pacquiao, di ba?
Mm.
Manny Pacquiao was a great boxer and was earning millions and millions. So, taas ng net worth niya. Pero,
Yeah.
he still went to politics to fill in his
Self-worth.
self-worth.
Tama.
The opposite part naman nito is a lot of celebrities who are rich are doing suicide. So
Yeah.
parang 'di ba? They are not happy with even though if they're earning, they are
Yeah.
not happy. So
Happy.
para
Yeah.
sa akin like people who were telling me na don't resign or don't do the job. They were just worried about
Yeah.
the net worth if
That's true.
I will survive. Well,
Ang ganda
honestly,
nun.
importante talaga yung net worth, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Pero kasi para sa akin, a millionaire mindset, 'di ba? Alam mo 'yan, na ang millionaire mindset, importante yung self-worth. Kasi like
Yeah.
if wala kang self-worth, the typical Filipino saying is pag pinanganak kang mahirap, mamamatay ka ng mahirap. Pero
Oo.
if there is a self-worth, a certain self-worth, then alam mo na parang you know sa sarili mo na parang at this point, even though mahirap ako, I can achieve certain things because I'm worth more than
Yeah.
that.
Tama. Kasi
Yeah.
even before you had that money, if you're already feeling that self-worth, masaya na yung buhay. And isn't it,
Exactly.
di ba, isn't it the reason why we live? To enjoy life, not pag mag-retire na ako, tsaka ako magko-cruise and everything. That's been the
Tama,
old
yes.
adage Hindi naman dapat ganun. And what I think is, what you also did kasi is, you chose a vehicle, the right vehicle, that can give you good net worth as well. Kasi di ba
Exactly.
sometimes, okay, you really wanna help, ganyan, self-worth, pero mababa, pace low din. Minsan masama, hindi naman masama, pero mas mahirap yun, mas mabagal. What you
Mm-mm.
did is, you know you can contribute to the society, you're enjoying your life, and yet, you're into a business that can really build a good net worth. Diba? So,
Yes.
diba, you had both, best of both worlds No, pero ang naging maganda siguro is hindi ka natakot to jump into that. Even though sinasabi nila,
And it was continuous. Kasi like when I was doing good na in real estate, so I was comfortable na producing and meeting my quota, why would I go to the business side pa?
Yeah.
'Di ba?
Yeah,
That's another
tama.
story na
Tama.
naman.
Nagtayo ka ng
'Di
sarili mong
ba?
company.
Oo.
Oo.
So
Yeah.
after resigning, and then being an agent, tayo ka sarili mong company.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi ka pwede mag-resign tapos tayo ng sarili mong
Oo,
company.
tama,
Wala kang
tama.
experience sa
That's true.
industry na 'to eh.
Oo, oo.
Tendencies you will fail eh, 'di ba?
What made you decide? What made you to decide to start your own company after how many years?
After almost 3 years, 2 years,
Okay.
3 years din, 3 years
Okay.
experience din almost.
So, yeah.
It was really ano eh, it was I saw that there was really a certain problem and it needs a solution.
Okay.
Parang kasi like it, there's a lot of loopholes when it comes to selling real estate. And
Mm.
as a real estate agent, medyo limited yung pwede mo i-service
Yeah.
sa clients, 'di ba? You can only sell projects, but the servicing is limited. And
Yeah.
a lot of OFWs were burnt out, na ano sila, na napaso sila, nakabili sila ng investment pero the investment is not working properly. And I
That's
did
true.
not want to hard sell on a certain product.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to service everyone na nakakausap ko. So
Okay.
I think so I started the full service real estate company that offers solution for property management
Okay.
and uh everything, leasing. And it's ano eh, kaya tagline na making the most out of your investment to make
Oh,
sure na
nice.
talagang they get, kasi remember, a real estate that does not earn is a liability
Liability.
kasi you're paying a lot of ano eh, a lot of
Fees. Yeah.
a lot of obligation, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of responsibilities to becoming a real estate owner. And I think na parang it was I felt then na parang I was limited in educating these people kasi I have
Tama.
to sell a certain product. So parang
Oo.
from there, I started a business which was not easy at all. Sobrang hirap
That's
talaga.
true. That's true. I understand. Sabi ko nga, even ako,
Going back.
kasi ang daming challenges, no? Yung kumbaga, just if I may just share as well, di ba, running yung mga tao mo rin sa team, you recruit people din, di ba?
Yes,
And
yes,
train
yes.
them, di ba? So, different personalities, yung mga staff. Sabi ko, kung meron lang gantong company before, na ganto rin kaayos, like driven, magjo-join na lang ako, hindi na ako magtatayo ng sarili kong company.
Kaya
Parang
nga
ganon.
eh. Kaya lang one thing that like kami, don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
for kami, like even before people join us, we really recommend them to go in-house first,
Okay.
because the
Okay.
training is really different
That's true.
from
Okay.
having joining a real estate brokerage company.
That's true.
So yung
That's true.
sa recruiter people namin, usually preferred talaga namin may in-house
Okay.
experience. Kasi
Okay.
you get the training you give in brokerage, the training we give us, ay yung bibigyan natin sa business natin, iba naman eh
That's
compared
true.
to what they get
The
sa
work ethic.
in-house. Yes, the work ethics,
I
the business.
actually agree with that. In our company, that's the challenge. Eh. We're having a challenge in terms of commitment. Kasi for example, diretsong lipat. Yun nga. So I think you have that right idea na, and niche market siya eh. Yung dating mga in-house, tapos it can relate to you. Di ba na, kesa i-push mo tong isang product lang na to, you're pushing kung ano yung sinasabi ng company instead na yung need ng kliyente mo. Di ba? They kind of relate to that. Di ba? So, I think that's one niche ng Philgems as well.
Yes.
Able to share that. Ang galing. So, yun nga, if people would want to enter the industry, real estate, what do you think their first step or their next steps, what do they need to do?
First, they have to really learn a lot of things. Kasi pag sinabi ng mga tao real estate, akala nila it's just selling.
Yeah.
Pero hindi la alam na you really have to study the economy, and you really have to study finance, laws, di ba? Ang dami na. You really have to read the news, current events. You really have to be updated. It's more of selling is like the backbone of it eh. Pero yung talagang yung talagang yung talagang pinaka-work nun talaga is really educating yourself to be able to. You cannot just study the product and then sell the product without the justification of macroeconomics.
Tama.
Yeah. So first, ask mo, am I really interested with current events, with the economy, with the taxes, with the regulation, or I just wanna make money? Kasi if you just wanna make money from real estate, ako talaga no. Talaga. You might make money, but it's short term.
Tama.
It's not gonna...
Hindi siya magtatagal.
hindi siya magtatagal. It's not gonna sustain you, and mawawala rin yung drive mo
Yeah.
eventually. It's not gonna be consistent as well.
Ang
Uh,
galing, ang
so,
galing. I like what
but,
you said. I think it even answers my question why a lot of people quit in real estate. Mainly because probably they just want to make money and just sell, not because they like the job of learning and then educating the buyers. Kasi
yes,
that's our job, di ba? Yun nga, lalo na especially if you're selling investment types. Kasi nga, mga condominiums usually for investment talaga. You have to the only way you can really convince is by educating your clients and ma-feel din nila knowledgeable ka, 'di ba? Of
exactly.
the yun. So
At saka,
I
they
like
have
it.
to understand na sabi nga ni Abraham Lincoln na give me 6 hours to chop down a tree. I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe.
Yeah,
Kasi lalo kang magtatagal pagka chinap mo kagad yung tree without
tama.
sharpening the axe. 'Di ba? So it's like going to a battle without yung mga gamit mo. Punta ka sa giyera ng walang laban,
Ang
for
galing.
example. So, and by studying these things, the economy, etc., you get an edge from the other sellers na yung product lang nila yung alam nila.
Ang galing, ang
Kasi
galing.
talagang
Tama.
education talaga non-stop education and continuous education talaga.
And I truly believe na people who are really, really successful in this field, no, just like you, a lot of people who are really on the top are, yun nga, they know the economics, the finance side. They look at it
Yes,
as
exactly.
as an investment, not just a property. 'Di ba? How can you tell that as an investment? Maraming nakapalibot na factors eh. Yun nga,
Pero
yung
again,
Philippine
we
economy.
we go back, for example, na pareho tayong walang back. Ikaw meron engineer ka eh.
Pero
Pero I
IE,
am
wala rin.
I okay. So parang it's not impossible as long
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you want it,
That's true.
'di ba?
That's true.
Kasi baka sabi, hindi naman ako economics graduate, hindi naman ako finance
Tama,
graduate
tama.
to do
And
this.
actually, what I'm thinking is not just people who will want to transition, but people who are already in the industry who are watching, nasa real estate sila. If they want to boost their own success, they got to be interested in growing not just the product, yun nga, attend sila ng PKS, pag-aralan nila yung
Mm-mm.
project, but to gain that confidence, they really have to got to have that investor mindset. 'Di ba? Kung ikaw
Yeah.
mag-iinvest, anong pag-aaralan mo, 'di ba? Kasi ganun lang yun, eh, pag,
Also,
'di ba? Sige.
if under sila ng developer, dapat for people who are watching and you're selling under the, always get the information outside the developer.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Kasi
tama.
you'll only be able to get positive information sa
Yeah.
loob. Like parang I was talking, someone was consulting me the other day, who an agent from the developer, and then he was asking me, parang I ask all my colleagues kasi saying na pare-pareho answer nila. Some are even working 20 years here and wala raw bumababang real estate, and 20 years na sila sa company and wala daw sila nakita.
Okay.
You know, this, uh, well, it's partly true, of course, pero
Oo.
there are certain level to it. So parang
Tama,
don't just challenge the information you get inside the
tama,
company, and the more information you get outside, the better you become and the
tama.
more success, 'di ba?
Tama. The more
Makukuha.
educated, yun nga, you'll gain more confidence and your clients will gain more confidence on you. Plus, alam mo, hindi mo sila binobola. You're really
Ayun
telling
talaga.
the right information. Trusted advisor ka talaga ng property. Ganon.
And for me, I'll tell you a secret, na parang
Sige.
ako talaga, parang I'm I'm in the point kasi na I'm not looking for sales anymore. I'm just managing yung clients na parang
Yeah.
repeat clients, and they go back. Kasi one can only,
Handle so
manage,
much.
di ba?
Yeah.
Handle so much. And nandun ako sa point na we're just managing the portfolio. So sometimes I just pass the other new clients sa agent. Pero parang to be able to get to this point, 'di ba, na hindi mo na kailangan maghanap ng client or hindi mo na kailangan mag-market, you really have to build relationship,
Yeah. Yeah.
long-term relationship more than just selling. You don't look at
Yeah.
them as customers. You look
Tama.
at them really like as a family, as a mentor, as ano. So talagang you have to be as honest as possible. If you think there is a certain flaw in the product you're selling, in whatever industry, you say it. Pero ma'am,
Okay.
the weakness of this one is ano.
Okay.
However, di ba?
Okay,
Para
okay.
however, the opportunities are kasi there
Ito.
at the end of the day, there's no perfect product. or there's
Tama.
no perfect real estate.
Tama.
There is always a certain speciality to each
Yeah.
developer or
Ang galing.
yeah, mga ganun. This advice.
Ang galing nun, Richard. Ang galing nun. I mean, I learned a lot from what you're sharing. No? Talagang building relationship. Eh. Actually, that's one of my loopholes when I was starting. That I felt, yun nga, I'm not really building good relationships with my clients. Parang, although hindi naman ako nagtatago, but not really, spending too much time with them. And I felt that na I have to grow myself over the years through that as well. No? Ngayon, yun nga, yung mga na-build ko yung good relationships, they become repeat buyers nga, ganon, di
Yes.
ba? So, and that's why, what I also learned in insurance, kasi sa insurance, kailangan mo talaga silang alagaan, di ba? So,
Ayun
dun din
talaga.
na-build yung, okay, relationship pala talaga. Na they will
Yes.
refer you, they will get more from you, ganon. And then, I feel proud, mas happy ako na, okay, kasi inaalagaan ko talaga yung mga kliyente ko.
Exactly. Di ba
Di
yung
ba?
fulfillment iba?
Oo. Oo, hindi ako nagbenta lang, kumita ako, ganyan, tas wala na.
At saka
Ganon.
if natapos mo yung entire process, like for example, selling for a client until ma-resell mo yung unit niya with the profit, for
Wow,
example.
nice.
And
Yeah,
'di ba, napalis mo during the time na nasa kanya unit and then nabenta ulit yung unit niya.
yeah,
You know the entire
yeah,
cycle of it na parang the mindset is parang imagine you made millions for that client.
yeah,
It's not just making millions for yourself, but it's also making millions
for
for
that
the
client.
other
Yeah.
people because of
Tama,
you recommending a certain project, because
tama,
of you giving the right information, doing it
tama.
correctly,
Ang galing.
all these things.
Yeah, tama yun. No? Kumbaga, yung pinangako mo, talagang nagkatotoo, di ba? Kasi
Yes, yes.
during the sales process, I like it. Sige, Richard, what can you advise? What can you advise people who are looking to jump into a different career? Di ba? Kasi you had that experience eh. Di ba? From a corporate career, now taking a different career. What can you advise them?
Well, number one is find your passion. I think that's the most important thing talaga. Don't just jump into career dahil your kapitbahay did it. Yun
Yeah.
din yung industry na pinuntahan niya.
Yeah.
So, if kasi if you find a new job or a new business to do and it's within your passion, the money is easier to make
Easier.
kasi
Okay.
you won't feel it na parang you're creating money or you're working for the money, 'di
Yeah.
ba? And even if you fail, you loved what you were doing. So parang kahit papaano na manage yung disappointment mo
Yeah.
kasi at least nagawa mo yung gusto mo. And then of course, never stop learning before jumping into another
Okay.
industry. Kailangan talaga uh, study that industry, become an expert in that industry. Ngayon, ang dami ng online seminars and because of this COVID, for sure, magiging regular ng online learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of resources that are open for them. So
Okay.
while you're in your current job and you want to shift, for example, as an entrepreneur, kailangan talaga it's step by step process. You don't wake up one day and say na or after ko mapanood yung video ni DJ, I'm so inspired and I'm resigning tomorrow.
Hindi dapat
Hindi
gano'n.
pwede ganun. So there is a certain time frame and a certain plan in doing this. Okay, 2 years na lang ako sa corporate.
Okay.
But in
Okay.
that 2 years, you have to start, tiki. Kasi ako bigla ang
Learning.
resign.
Oo nga eh. Oo. So you won't recommend that?
No, I struggled. I
Okay.
struggled a lot.
Okay.
So, 'di ba? But because I don't have that much responsibility dapat.
Pwede pa.
Aside from
Oo.
paying my
Oo.
cars and pwede pa and I was young.
Yeah.
Pero for certain people who wants to start now na lang,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
too late naman. It's just that you have to do it correctly.
Tama.
Oo.
Yeah. I
So
like it.
I was saying na parang okay, you study the industry muna prior to shifting, have a plan, save as much as you could and only invest what you are willing to lose. That's
Okay.
the most important thing. If you're starting a business, yung mindset mo is once
Yeah.
I put this in the business, it's gone. It's lost. Kung mabawi mo man, then it's good. And
Yeah.
if you profit from it, then very, very
Very,
good.
very good.
Talaga,
Yeah.
very, very good talaga. Pero usually kasi we call this tuition fee pagka kuwari first business mo hindi naman
Yeah.
naging successful, second some people talaga sa third business, fourth business
Doon. Yeah.
doon talaga sila nagbo-boom eh. Pero the most important thing is passion niya kasi regardless if you fail, at least
Okay.
you love what you did.
I have a question for that. No, kasi hindi ba like for example like you you jump into real estate, hindi mo pa naman alam or sure kung yun yung passion mo eh. 'Di ba? Pero
Yes.
nakita mo malaki yung kita. But isn't it that when there's an opportunity, you try it out and then you see if you're passionate about it?
Pero there is I was very I was very talkative nung elementary at saka
Okay.
lagi ako napapagalitan ng teacher, lagi
Okay. So you
napapatawag
like
parents ko kasi
talking to people?
I like talking eh. And even
Okay.
if when I was in HR, it was training eh. So
Okay.
parang I felt na parang and I'm a people's person. I like hindi ako camera shy or
Yeah.
hindi ako I'm an extrovert eh. So I like being
Yeah.
so I use that as a strength, 'di
Okay.
ba? Or in terms of developing passion. If there are certain opportunities kasi yes, you can grab it pero you have to set your expectations na not everyone naman kasi is for business or not
Yeah.
everyone is for all these things. So parang set lang yung expectations. Manage the expectations lang din. Na
Ang
it's
galing.
either you become successful or it's part of your experience na you are being led towards another thing, for example.
Tama.
Na kasi anything you do naman is madadirect ka na naman sa next stage, for example.
Tama. Mag-grow ka naman eh. No?
Mag-grow ka naman eh. May experience ka makuha. Walang tapon.
Ang galing, ang
Kumbaga.
galing. Thank you, Don Richard. Sige, ang dami nating natutunan, dami ko natutunan sa napagkwentuhan natin. I just have one last question.
Yes.
And if you are starting today, no, kung wala ka pang ibang negosyo, wala ka pang nasimulan, wala ka pang sariling business, you're employed. But you already have the experience that you have right now, the wisdom, the network. What business will you do right now and why?
Madami eh kasi nasa new normal tayo eh.
Yeah.
So we're all back to zero and it's a good time to position yourself and try something new. Kasi hindi ka ma-judge eh. Kasi parang lahat tayo nasa starting point.
Tama.
So I think anything to do with digital, providing virtual services, be creative as possible. Pero the most important thing here is always it needs to be a solution to an existing problem.
Okay. Hindi yung future problem pa lang.
Hindi, future problem pa lang. Kasi a lot of industries, 'di ba, hindi naman in-expect tong pandemic and now they're shutting down, for example. So think about it. Marami eh. Like kami, for example, we are launching matagal na to talaga. We last year we registered the new school. It's called Finance Institute and Real Estate Academy.
Okay.
A real estate management academy. It's firm academy. Pero now it's gonna be a purely online.
Okay.
Modules. So we're shifting to e-learning.
Okay.
And people can enroll from this and then they get certain certifications for each modules, for example. So now we're shifting to digital education. Pero actually marami silang pwede gawin. Pero of course, start small but dream big. That's the most important thing. Kasi there's a lot eh. Kung talagang if you enjoy cooking, then syempre food pack services, ang daming. Like for people like me na hindi marunong magluto.
Order lang
kailangan ko lagi ng food.
Nakakasawa
yung food panda, di ba? People you can even start from, like I posted even sa homeowners group chat na parang anyone cooking and selling, I start with your neighbors and then you go out.
Uso na yung mga group chat na ganyan eh sa
uso na yung maximize your network din.
Galing. Thank you for that, Richard. Sige, you're having an upcoming masterclass. When is that?
Yes. Okay, the Real Pro Masterclass happening on May 15, 2 p.m. You can just join in by liking my page, Richard Carvajal The Real Pro. Okay. Thank you very much, DJ, for this interview.
Yeah, Richard Carvajal Real Pro. The Real Pro.
The Real Pro.
So ilalagay natin yan dito so that they can find it, and then you'll be posting sa group din natin to promote something like that na para at least alam nila, so that people in real estate, they can learn something from you. Diba?
Yes, of course.
Diba? If they have some questions, they can just connect with you dun sa Facebook page. Tama ba?
Yes. Or in my Instagram at R Carvajal kasi mas mabilis ako mag-reply sa
Sige. I will put it
Instagram.
there. I will put it there as well. So Facebook and Instagram. Perfect.
Okay.
Right? Sige guys, thank you very much for watching. If you are learning something, whatever you're learning, please leave a comment here below. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel, share this video, and follow us in Facebook and in Instagram. This is DJ Dimaliuat with Richard Carvajal. Thank you very much and see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.